Hello, everyone. It is Miss Kepley here, and today we are going to be looking at something I like to call RTQT. And so, RTQT is a framework for writing responses using text evidence. So, if your teacher ever wants you to support something or support your response, this is a great way to do it. So, let's take a look at it. So, what is RTQT? That is an excellent question. So it gives you a framework to use in order to answer open response questions about a text. And it provides you with a way to answer questions with support and details. So gone are the days of the basic answers. We're going to add some support and details to give it a little extra something, a little if you will. Now, this is the breakdown of RTQT, and it looks kind of overwhelming, so I'm going to go over each part. But basically, what's going to happen is each letter represents a sentence that you are going to write in order to answer a question. So let's get started. R, first of RTQT is R, and R stands for restate the question. And so you're going to use as many words from the question as possible. And then write your basic answer. And this will be your topic sentence that will direct the rest of your response. Our next letter is T, and T stands for tell your thoughts. So you're going to tell us what happened in the passage that made you answer the way you did. So you gave your basic answer. What happened to make you give that basic answer? So this is your why. You're going to explain your thinking in your own words. And I have these sentence starters here that you can use. This is demonstrated when, I think this because, or this is proven by. So you can start your second sentence with one of these sentence starters, and it's a perfect way to explain your thoughts. So we have R, restate the question, T, tell your thoughts, and up next we have the best one because it's Q, and that stands for quote. And what that means is you're going to find or provide a quote that supports your answer. And this is the support and muscle that makes your answer strong. And it can be any sentence from the text that you think best strengthens your answer. So don't get confused though. It doesn't have to be dialogue. A lot of students think just because it's in quotation marks, it has to be dialogue. And it doesn't. It's any sentence from the text that helps you come up with your basic answer. And we have some sentence starters here. And if you look at these, you can pick one of these to start your sentence. For this, it's super important to not just place your quote in there and just leave it. We need to ease our reader into it. Kind of drop a pin like you do on Apple Maps or something. So you drop your pin for the person who's reading your answer as to where you got your quote. It introduces the quote for us instead of just shocking us with it. We need to know where it came from and who said it and who was talking. And finally, we have T, our final T in the RTQT process, and this stands for this shows. And this is another why sentence, but this time you're going to explain the purpose of the quote you selected. So we introduced our quote, we put our quote in there, and we don't want to just leave it. You have to tell us why you picked that quote. What's important about that? What does that show me as a reader? How does that support your answer? And these are some great sentence starters. This quote shows, this proves, this illustrates. These are great ways to start your final sentence, and it will help us understand why you picked that quote. Now, I do want to caution you that your last sentence and your first sentence should not have similar words. So, for example, if you were reading a story about Maddie and a unicorn, and you said Maddie rescued the baby unicorn because she was a kind-hearted soul who loved baby unicorns. If you said something like that in your first sentence, your last sentence where you say this shows, you need to come up with another way to say Maddie is kind-hearted. What does that quote show us about Maddie? But use different words than the first sentence. I hope that makes sense. So let's review. R, you restate the question and provide your basic answer. T, tell your thoughts and explain your thinking. Q, include a quote from the text that supports and strengthens your answer. And finally, T, this shows. Explain how the quote connects to your thought. That is it, my friends. That is the RTQT method. And if you follow this method, you will have a quality response that includes text, evidence, and your own thinking. So it will be super strong, and your teacher will be amazingly impressed by your literary analysis. Middle school language arts teacher has some great activities for you to practice the RTQT method. If you just look below, they are linked, and it has like a short story and then some activities where they can practice, where students can practice restating the question and giving their basic answer, because for some reason that's super difficult for some students, but that's okay. I also have this printable available for free. If you click the link in the description below, you can go to the blog post that I wrote about RTQT and you can download this printable. And finally, if you're interested in quality, engaging, creative lessons and resources for your middle school classroom, please click the link below for ELA Unlimited, where you'll learn about how you can download unlimited resources for your middle school language arts classroom. And until next time, bye!